Welcome back, Vicarious viewers. My name is Vicente. Tonight I'm going to start reacting to the new season of American Horror Story 1984. I've kind of been excited about this season. It looks like a return to more of their classic horror fare, because the first two seasons, Asylum and Murder House, were pretty awesome. Some of the best out of the entire series, I think. Coven was good, but it kind of fell apart for me at the end. It was a little anticlimactic. Kathy Bates in that was wonderful. Hotel was alright. That was kind of like Murder House Part 2. I'm bigger in a hotel now. And Freak Show I actually really enjoyed. Cult was alright. Roanoke I found surprisingly engaging. I liked what they were doing with it, with the whole TV fan culture and reality television. I think that is a very modern American horror story, and I enjoyed where they were going at, mixing the horror elements with the magic of television and kind of blurring the lines where even the people in it didn't know what to believe or not. And then Apocalypse. You know, I had so much high hopes for Apocalypse. Maybe that's why I turned out not liking it so much, is because I had all these expectations about what it could be, and it just didn't work. I think they had a lot of missed opportunities with that one by focusing solely on the witches again, which again was a season that kind of fell flat for me. But 1984, I do realize I enjoy some of their period pieces more, like Asylum and Freak Show. So going to the 80s, going to summer camp and revisiting some American slasher tropes seems like a fun season. So hopeful that this one will deliver. So let's get into this one. 1970. If it feels good, go with it. Cheers to that.
So, in the spirit of responsibility, lambskins.
So, of course, you're gonna die. All three of you. Well, unless she makes it out of there before... Oh, she hasn't done it with them yet.
What was that? I know you two heard it.
And this is all kinds of extra sinful, so they're probably gonna die violently. Oh, just a split second. Wasn't there other people sleeping in the same room? I didn't wake any of them up. He's like the Blackears from Game of Thrones. I wonder if he's related to Chella at all. There were kids in there asleep, but he killed them all too, very quietly. Man, looks like he shuffled out of there drunk. Oh, the music is different. Doesn't have that signature, I don't even know what to call that noise.
5, 6, 7,
Wow, none of their original signature credits tune.
Hi. I'm not a les, just friendly. Rad bod, though.
The last American virgin.
It's just
So
that
she's
it's
the
LA.
last girl.
You can't make friends unless you get a little
Maybe.
aggressive, right? Totally.
Is Emma Roberts going to play the nice girl for once? Has she been nice in any of the seasons?
Describing your last date.
Hilarious.
I don't remember.
No.
You're an actor?
Yeah, I'm a serious actor.
Cool.
Chet and I met at the gym.
Not really.
Why does the
Anyway,
muscle dude look like
Cousin
a
was saying
buff
that they think
Rob
these guys
Stark?
wanna go on a rampage like Son of Sam did in the
He
summer
seriously
of
looks like a buff
78.
Rob Stark, right?
Got a gig as
Are
a
they
counselor at
related?
Summer camp. They're opening up a couple of hours from here. You guys should all come.
All of my
Tomorrow,
close friends will
after
apply
class,
for
we're
positions and
gonna
they'll all get it.
What's with you?
He's
Fuck the
thicker
ILC.
Rob Stark.
I'm in.
I wonder if they just sleepaway camp it and Emma Roberts is the killer and she has a penis. It's possible. I think it would be a very Ryan Murphy thing to do. She's the one telling everyone that people get into your windows in the summer because they're open, and she leaves her window open in the summer.
You're gonna be famous. You're gonna die by the hand of the Night Stalker.
Is she? She's the final girl, bitch. That was quick. Wonder how long it takes for that plot line to come back.
How am I alive right now? Cops are gonna find him, right? Totally.
Or maybe that's
In the
just a
meantime,
story
you won't be
that
able to
she's
find
telling
him.
them.
Have you ever seen a body like this?
Never.
He looks like Rob Stark, but
Well, it's like the ad says, there's always room
I almost
for
want to say
Jell-O.
I've seen him in something
My
different.
shorts.
What the hell?
It is weird, it really looks like...
Go.
What is Rob Stark's real
go!
name? James... something. Oh, payphones. I remember using a payphone as a kid. I used one at the school to call my mom after practice every day.
Turn around. Go back to the city. You never should have opened that place up again. You're all gonna die.
Gotta get the obligatory warning from one of the locals. That place is evil.
Why was that guy saying all of that creepy stuff? Look out!
Because it seems like people are always getting hurt near the camp. They're not helping that matter.
Did we hit him?
No, I don't think so. Hey.
Oh no, we totally didn't hit this guy that was in the middle of the road and made our whole vehicle
I'll go
bump.
get a blanket.
He didn't just get those injuries. He's been out here a long time. We'll take him back to
True,
the
maybe
camp
he was running
instead.
for something and
Let's
you
get our
were
story
the
straight.
saving
He didn't
grace
hit
that
him.
picked him up.
Just get him
It's
off.
entirely possible. No, he looks familiar.
Children must have a buddy to go into the water. The lake is allegedly bottomless, and drowning is the #1 cause of death for U.S. campers.
What's second?
Murder. And half of the drownings are murder anyway.
Girls are red, boys are blue. Don't even try to make purple.
You expect us to be celibate all summer?
Well, I'm not banning self-abuse, although every stroke soils your soul, but how could I ever enforce it?
It's 1984, Margaret.
I am aware of the decadence of our era. Women's underwear that shows the buttocks. Pornography in your own home. Van Halen. I have been fighting the Lord's fight against filth around the world for years. Charles Keating is a dear friend. I was right by his side in Cincinnati during that Larry Flint trial. And that is why
Wow.
I took a small portion of the large fortune he left to me to buy this camp and create a safe, pure, godly, and decent place for the children of this country to escape for the summer.
Or you'll kill them if they don't.
Who's Charles Keating?
Oh, poor dumb beefy Rob Stark.
Alcohol is not allowed. Neither are those funny-smelling cigarettes. What are those, cloves?
So nothing happened here?
No, there was a massacre.
Yes, they're
But
cloves.
only 9 died, not 10.
And oregano.
So Mr. Jingles is real?
I think you deserve to know everything.
I think she might be the killer.
And that's why I bought this camp.
So
Should
I
we
can
open
become
it?
him.
That's heavy.
And these sinful
Okay,
campers
well,
are gonna tread all over that and ruin your
The kids are
dream.
coming tomorrow,
And they have to die for that.
and this is the last time I want anyone talking about that horrible night.
Wasn't this dude on the Chum Scrubber? That was an interesting movie. He looks older. I guess that did come out a while ago. That's closed up a lot more than it probably should look. When the nurse was checking him out, she didn't notice the missing ear.
Between you and me, I bet myself $50 I'd bang her by the end of the summer.
You bet yourself? I'm sorry, how does one go about making a bet with themselves?
No. Wait. You were in the Jane Fonda workout video.
Jesus.
Thing was flopping around like a baby elephant's trunk.
Oh
Worst
my
thing I ever
God.
masturbated to. You're a legend.
Okay. Is he going to be the first one to die? It's a toss-up between him and the wounded kid. Creepy truck in the distance. I think they're already on the killer's radar. Jailbreak at the loony bin.
She's not gonna get far.
How did this happen?
Oh, how did it happen? Let us show you. Tied around the waist. That was simple enough. Oh, he's got his little jangles. Wait, so is this... When is this taking place? When did that take place? Was this before and with enough time for him to get out there and cut off the ear of that other guy? Or do we have a copycat and the real guy's gonna show up too and be like, holy shit, I'm not the only one killing people. Mechanics always die. Shit. Okay, so if he's just getting to the gas station now, then
Yes.
he couldn't have been the one that attacked the other guy. Oh. So that is quick. I guess slasher killers do always have an uncanny ability to get from one place to another very quickly.
Mr. Jingles! It was him.
You got the dirtiest you possibly could
No,
in all that time. It's a man in the 80s. Of course they're going to run right out into it.
He murdered the hiker and he cut off his ear.
Wasn't his ear already cut off? And the body is gone.
What in heaven's name is going on here?
This only confirms my suspicions of her. It could all be a misdirect, though. I would just let that thing ring.
It's me, it's Brooke. Why are you sleeping with a knife?
I have a suspicious nature.
Someone's calling the payphone.
Who gives a shit?
After being attacked twice by 2 different killers, you're still gonna go walking outside by yourself. It does feel like I'm in the 80s.
Who is this?
Huh. Okay, didn't give us too much. We get to meet our group of annoying teenage camp counselors who are gonna go sin their ways to an early grave. At first I thought they would sleepaway camp it with Emma Roberts being the killer, but now she's already really been attacked by someone, supposedly, and already seen Mr. Jingles and a dead body, so I'm leaning away from her. But I guess there could be no guarantees in a show like this, who knows. The camp owner, what's her name? Seems like an obvious copycat, maybe too obvious. Could be a misdirect, that she wants this camp to go so well and be so great and cheery and pure that she'll kill anyone that tries to ruin that dream. Make sure that they're not muddying the waters. She's gonna scrub it all clean for the kiddies. I assume they'll introduce a children's cast as they're coming in. Or will this all take place before the kids even get there? And the kids arrive and everyone's dead. Won't that be traumatizing? But then the guy in the road that they hit, that looked like a not new wound, but it didn't seem old either. So that makes me think that maybe there is a copycat also lurking about, trying to finish the work. Of course, going back to the camp owner lady. Maybe she was so traumatized that she's becoming what she feared for so long. And then there's the rest of them. None of them are sticking out as obvious suspects for any of this. But then we've got BP Rob Stark. Richard Madden. Okay. Did I say James earlier? Why did I say James? Maybe I was thinking of James Marsden. They have the same, like, jawline, right? But yeah, Richard Madden. We have a beefy Richard Madden who doesn't seem to be anywhere near the acting skill of the actual Richard Madden. But maybe he'll improve. It's the first episode. And then we got the doctor, who is nursing at a camp in the summer, and she thinks she can keep up that hairstyle. But then again, I guess that is a very 80s thing to do. Keep up your hair in any situation. But I know I intended to do this episode earlier to stay on track with the show as it's coming out, but I just couldn't work it into my schedule last week, so here we go. I'll try to throw in another one this week just so I can start catching up, but I also want to do a movie review for Joker when that comes out, so keep an eye out for that as well, coming in the near future. But what did you think of this episode? Are you excited for this season? What were your favorite and least favorite seasons out of all of American Horror Story? Let me know in the comments below. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoy reactions like these. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. And thanks for stopping in for this Vicarious View.